Yes, sir, and we are gonna say hello to the people watching the VODs on the YouTube channel. Hi!
Hello, VOD Squad.
Welcome back, everybody. We will see what happens. So today, Ambrose, you have to do the recap. Would you mind doing that, my friend?
I think I'm decently prepared because I actually just recapped this for someone else who is watching right now. You should be.
There we go. Damn.
Wow. You know, I got to give one of my friends like a grand recap of the whole thing, and I know the longer I put it off, the more work it is.
The
to
more story is gonna happen.
It's like, damn.
Also,
Yeah.
yes, everybody
Watch
should
all
be
the freaking
watching
VODs.
the stream. Everybody
Every single person
in the whole
in the entire world.
Yep. Everybody. Alrighty, whenever you're ready, my friend.
So, I'm going to start off by explaining what happened on Rexmoa and Taurin's side, because I think it'll be a little easier to explain what happened there. So,
We were the comical people lot.
yeah. So, what happened with Rexmoa and Taurin is happening at the same time that what was happening with Ambrose and Kipper. But for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to explain one side, then the other side. So, with Rexmoa and Taurin, they essentially went shopping after they had paid for the dinner at the Drunken Minstrel, if I recall correctly.
Correct.
And so as they went shopping, you know, it's kind of their first time really being in the upper city and able to freely walk around. Our previous times we'd only been able to stalk around and following around Taurin. So now we can actually shop and actually take a good look. And so here we get to really see the main differences between the upper city and the lower city, being that everything in the upper city, as expected, just kind of seems a bit better made, a little bit more mechanical and what you'd expect from such an advanced society in this world. Some specific examples is that you see more artificial lighting and things made with these like continual flames that never die out, thanks to the stratagems and the different lampposts and on some of the buildings. And we also saw that some of these also lit up a sort of like neon sign postage for some of the buildings and places. So it's very blatant how different the upper city and lower city actually are, despite being all Porch Trail, especially if you compare it to the Grey District. But the two main places that caught their eye were the Aromas and Apothecaries and the Botanical Garden. They headed to the former and skipped out on the second one, where Rexmoa was trying to buy a scent that reminded him of his wife. And while something was kind of found, it wasn't exactly what he was looking for, but it was good enough, hopefully. Also purchased smelling salts, or what effectively is smelling salts, and Taurin got a nice dosage of it, which I feel was a bit rude.
Only a tad.
It's alright. When you like a fictional character, you want to see them suffer.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm quite well acquainted with that one. I mean, what? So, parting from the apothecary there, they talked a little bit about Dusan, Taurin's previous lover. And mostly about the fact that the house that he is using is not who he was, at least not to Taurin. So who knows what his actual name is, assuming it is Dusan. But that's assuming he wasn't lying at all to Taurin as well. So she briefly explained to Rexmoa that Dusan was a traveler where they happened upon Taurin's home, the Druid Grove. And they became friends until eventually became more. And Dusan was searching for something, some kind of plant that would supposedly grant a long-lasting life. And during their conversation, they were heading towards the library for two purposes. On Rexmoa's side, he wanted to search for something oriented with the Seas Marrow, where he was originally from. And this also would be beneficial to Taurin, so she could look up things regarding the plant. And this plant, the librarian was able to find a plant of the name Restoration Bloom, which was indeed very familiar to Taurin. As she would eventually explain to Rexmoa that she had helped steal it from a group called the Moonlight Syndicate, along with Dusan. But then once they had escaped and Dusan and Taurin were alone when they went to bed, she was left alone, with Dusan gone as well as the Restoration Bloom. And the guild found her and basically forced her to pay the debt somehow, which is really either get the bloom back or deal with Dusan. And the duo also decided to rent the book under House Trishul, and specifically Rin's name, but of course things can't be so easy because a certain someone was stalking them. And after a bit of back and forth between the three, keeping them safe, stalking, watching over, same difference. They did indeed rent the book, and they'd keep it for a little bit. Unfortunately, though, the information regarding the sea's marrow, Rexmoa couldn't really find anything. He spent a decent amount of time searching, but nothing was found. And there was a little bit more conversation between them about the Titans and how the two felt about witnessing them. But the most important note here is that Rexmoa doesn't necessarily think that just because the sea's marrow isn't on a map that he can find does not mean the sea's marrow is actually gone. Perhaps there's just something hiding it somehow. After all, it did belong to a group of knowledgeable people, so it would make some amount of sense. And we also have seen recently that Rin used an illusion that made it was basically impossible to witness through the black market entrance that we've been using to get through the upper city. And that's kind of where the ending for Rexmoa and Taurin went as they left the library with the bit of extra knowledge and the restoration book, or the Restoration Bloom. They had retrieved the book and rented it out. With Ambrose and Kipper, the two, after leaving the Drunken Minstrel, went back to the Plain Dagger. The walk back there was not exactly the greatest one ever. It was very awkward, to say the least. And very much so due to both Kipper and Ambrose not being the greatest conversationalists. And as I think most people are well acquainted with now that I've been watching, Kipper tends to talk a lot when no one is there to speak back to him. So, with Ambrose generally being silent on the way back, it was definitely a spiral of a conversation. Only very curt responses. And eventually they got back to the Plain Dagger, the tavern that we had been using since we had arrived at Port Trail. And there, Ambrose decided to rent out only one room for the duo. And there was definitely no innuendo there at all, and I have no idea what you mean. And so they went up to their room, and in there, Ambrose removed his armor and put down his sword, specifically on the bed away from him. And he asked Kipper what Kipper thought Ambrose's feelings were. And Kipper said that he was feeling betrayed, which was correct. Ambrose did feel betrayed. But there was a bit more to that. After assuring Kipper that he was not angry about anything, he just felt betrayed and hurt. Telling Kipper that he felt terrible having to rely on Kipper every single day and not be able to have Kipper rely on him back. I mean, after all, at this point, Kipper knows more about Ambrose than even Viren does. The entire party, for that matter. And in Ambrose's eyes, he keeps on feeling that Kipper is at arm's length. Despite how much that Ambrose tries to push forward despite his own inaccurate inability, it doesn't seem like Kipper can do the same. And that's why Ambrose is actually hurt. It's not about the secret, it's about the fact that he can't provide the same comfort that Kipper provides him. And Kipper explained back that he was scared, and with his own pain, and he didn't want to burden anyone. After all, previously when Loriapi had died, the people that he relied on, he couldn't. There was no one to provide aid for him and when he needed it. So he was worried that maybe that if he had told everyone what he was going through, maybe they'd walk away from him as well. And Kipper even goes so far to say that he really wasn't even sure about how he felt about living anymore. Which I'd say is really when the conversation took a different turn, causing Ambrose to actually be angry. Even going so far to slam the nearby table. And moving over to Kipper, he explained that he would say this one time, that if he ever felt that way, pulling Kipper into a hug, that he is to tell Ambrose immediately. All Ambrose wants is for Kipper to rely on him, so he can help him in exchange. And after the two cry to each other, Ambrose pulls away and took back his blade from the bed, unsheathing it and making a vow, saying that they are brothers today and forevermore, no matter what happens. And the two make up. And that's kind of where the session ends.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. That's pretty much where the session ends. You are correct. For Taurin and Rexmoa, where would you guys say that you are looking for accommodations for the night? Are you guys staying on the upper city, or are you guys going back to the Plain Dagger, which is the inn that you've already known?
I suppose just for the sake of like gameplay, I think it'd be easier if we just like stayed at the Plain Dagger.
Okay, yeah, sure. No, I'm just asking because I wanted to know. So, yeah, then if that is the case, then
Unless, of course, you want to say otherwise, I don't really mind either way.
Plain Dagger?
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Dagger,
Yeah, that's fine.
awesome.
I don't mind. Let's go.
All right, so before anything, we're going to just pretty much, oh, I forgot the little drawings. We're going to pretty much do our daily expenses because you guys stayed the night in the Plain Dagger. That would be 5 silver each. Remember, Plain Dagger is a very simple inn, so it's very cheap. 5 silver each for room. Since Ambrose and Kipper, you guys bought one single room, you guys only pay 5
And
silver.
I've already...
And you already paid, correct?
Yeah,
You
I
paid
did that
forward,
last time, yeah.
exactly. So that would be Rexmoa and Taurin, the one, 5 silver each.
Understood. On it.
Sir, yes, sir. And once you guys are done with that, morning comes. Things are pretty normal now. You guys know that there was still the curfew that was happening. After all, while the threat has been dealt with, you are not sure. Well, not you. Sorry. The city itself is not really sure if there's gonna be more threats or not. So, you guys are gonna be like, the curfew in the city is still in full effect. Now, what this means is that pretty much everything is closed very early at night. That is for the lower city, of course. The upper city, as you guys saw, kept open. Yeah. So everything is starting to pick up again in the morning as you guys wake up. You guys grab your gear and just head downstairs to the, I guess, tavern part of this inn where food is served and everything. And down where the food is being served, in one of the tables, would spot your lovely friend, your familiar figure that has been trailing you throughout this whole adventure. The wizard, Theo himself. He's sitting down in one of the tables and eating some food. Once he sees you like going down onto the inn part, he just kind of gestures you over. You can tell that this was premeditated because the table has 4 empty chairs, like around, and it's a round table.
Are we all together, or?
I would say at this
Birds of
point,
a feather.
yes. I would say that at this point, yeah. Like everybody just went down after, you know, the night's sleep. You guys are ready again. By the way, you do get the long rest. So if you have some mana points that you've used or anything like that, make sure to return them back to full.
Yeah, I expanded my lay on hands for roleplay purposes yesterday.
Exactly.
I haven't really been
I just
casting much.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you did wild shape, Taurin, so you
That is
would,
true.
you would have to return those. You know. All right. So, as I said, you guys would probably like meet up at the hallway as you are, you know, getting ready to start the day. And everybody said like,
Kipper and I, same one.
yeah, exactly.
Nothing weird
exactly.
happened.
You would see both of them like come out of the room and everything is like, oh, fine. And then, yeah, as you guys head down, you would see that, you know, the wizard is there.
Good day and waters blessings to you, Theodric.
You see, like,
Would you like to join us for breakfast, perhaps?
you see,
do
like,
you eat?
he grabs like a spoonful and just kind of eating, like eating as you were speaking. And he goes, oh yeah, well, I'll save you a spot. Sorry. He kind of covers his mouth as
Okay.
he's, you know.
I pull up a chair, even though there's already 4 chairs.
Okay.
Taurin will like come along. How thoughtful of you! And she'll sit in one of the chairs.
I'll sit next to Theo and say, well, I suppose it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been. You can see like he's eating some like random like bowl of like soup or like stew. You can't really tell what it is. It's probably, you know, the Plain Dagger has some very, you know, cheap food, so it's probably one of those.
Oh, is that the soup du jour?
And you can tell like he grabs on a spoonful and eats it and goes, honestly, I don't even know what this is.
Didn't you order it? Taurin will ask question. You know.
He just shrugs as he continues eating.
Is this like an illusion soup? and I go to poke the bowl.
The bowl is 100% real, and it is warm to the touch.
Imagine. He's actually using like a 6th level spell to make sure it seems real.
It's using all of the illusion spells to just make you think he's eating.
Somehow I can still see Theo doing that though.
Who knows? But yeah, it's one of the like cheapest things that you could get. Like I said, it is something that is for you guys. You cannot even tell what this food is.
Can I use my beast sense and just smell it? Like,
Okay, yeah, sure, 100%. I mean,
maybe we can find out if it's lamb or something. I don't know.
you smell a combination of many things. Nothing comes to mind. It's probably like a part of everything.
Taurin will like, cramp her nose shut. Oh, squirrel. Oh,
It's a part of slop.
exactly.
Yeah. You can see him like, and he's like eating it normally, and he goes, "Well, that's kind of rough. What happened to the city, huh?"
Yes, that great flood that happened at the Inventors Fair feels so long ago, even though it was just, well, yesterday. Do you have any thoughts or insights on such an incident? I mean, clearly things don't just naturally occur that way, right?
And he, grabs another spoonful and goes, well, I mean, I don't know anything about what happened, but, and she points at Taurin with his, spoon. I do think you have something to tell us.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Taurin will kind of hesitate at first. Oh, you mean of I'm assuming Ixis?
Mm-hmm. Look,
I
there's no
suppose-
need to hide it. I can almost see it on you.
I mean, I saw her, but I don't know what else there's supposed to be. Was there supposed to be a stone or something? I think I have to find that still. So
He grabs another spoonful and goes, well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, if you like, you can finish eating and then we can all eat and then have this conversation.
He covers his mouth and puts a finger up, just kind of while he's swallowing, and goes, oh, no, it's all right. I'm sure that you are very busy people, and I don't want to keep you waiting.
Honestly, I'm still tired.
Well, not every day do you survive what happened. So, no stone, but all of the Titans have already contacted one of you. Well, I guess it's time to keep looking. If the Titans have already chosen their champions, I'm assuming only time will tell when the stones are given. And he looks at you, Taurin, as he shovels another spoonful of food, if that can even be considered food, in his mouth, and goes, so, they tell you something, or what happened?
well, from what I can remember, basically, I'm chosen, but I have to prove myself. So, what I have to prove is, I guess, fulfilling my promise to the guild that I can get that done. Return that bloom. That's what I'm thinking. Oh.
What do you do? Well, I think, Ixis is known for being probably the most hard-headed of them all, so I imagine you'll
An
have to
admirable
go.
trait.
And, he eats again. He goes, sure, yeah, I mean, of course.
Yeah.
They're all great in their own
Rexmoa.
manners.
Rexmoa, did you have to prove yourself in any way? I didn't have to do anything specific besides give Vithius my sword. I mean, I think if I stopped following my oath, I would lose the blessing, but I don't think there was a requirement originally.
Well, during my initial conversation with Oris, no, I did not really have to fulfill any request of theirs. Perhaps, they are the Titan of Sacrifice. Maybe my actions in that monastery helped solidify their choice in me as the champion.
Interesting.
You see Theo listening while looking from side to side. Obviously, every time one speaks, his eyes would just dart over. And he will go, yeah, that's right. monastery. It was like a long time ago.
Indeed.
Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe the answers that you're looking for lie in that lovely upper city.
Well, would you happen to know anything of this flower restoration, was it? And I look at Taurin.
Bloom of Restoration.
Bloom of Restoration, that's right.
It's something a companion of mine was looking for. His name was Dusan at the time.
If you were at the Adventure Sphere, you might have seen them. They were a part of one of the noble houses.
The old guy with the money? He asks as he's eating again.
I don't know.
The tiefling.
Wait, that was him?
That was him.
Well, I can't say I know him. I know a lot of people, but certainly not this Dusan.
The House of Aaron, I believe, is what he hailed under when introduced.
Aaron.
So,
Aaron.
what's his real name?
Out of character question for the DM. Has Ambrose ever seen that person before? Prior to leaving Port Trail?
Give me a history check, Ambrose, please.
History check? Okay.
Interesting.
Our historian at work.
13. Not terrible.
So, Ambrose, you had already known of some of the noble houses in Porch Trail. You already know, 100% know House Trishul, because House Trishul was definitely around by the time that you were in Porch Trail. Let's see. You also know House Gillum, which is the person who is usually in charge of trading and kind of like the seafaring, I guess, movements of Porch Trail. However, House Alabaster, you may have heard of. Maybe you left by around the time where this is starting to, well, the whole stratagem thing was starting to, you know, be a proper thing. House Aaron and House Thrail, you know nothing about.
I can't say I've ever heard the houses before. Aaron and Thrail, I don't know anything about them. The others, well, they were there before I left Strail.
Isn't there like a directory or something in the city that can inform us more about the houses and who, I guess, has ownership in things?
And you know, you see like Theo put another spoonful in his mouth and go, Don't you have like a rich friend or something?
How deep is that bowl? How are you taking this many bites? Is this magic?
He just kind of shrugs.
He's constantly feeling
that.
spell, I bet. Thorn will whisper.
But he does have a point.
I do, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I suppose Lady Borealis and the headmistress at the academy would be our best sources of knowledge when it comes to the noble houses, given, you know, they are a part of a noble house themselves.
True. Feels so greedy, I guess, having to go back to him for so many requests. Ah,
I mean, it's not like that's never happened to us, Taurin.
I know, but I thought, I don't know, we could go and explore a little more, find it out ourselves.
I mean,
But
it's always
that
an
would
option.
be the easiest. That would be the easier route, though. I could see.
Yeah. You know, we could just have like a little borealis adventure. It might be better if we don't see Rin for like maybe a day or 2
Yeah,
or 3.
I don't think she'd
Why?
be happy to see us at the moment.
When do we have to return that
What
book?
have you two done this time?
I think we need.
Oh,
like,
we just
2
went to
days.
the library. Then we rented a book.
Eh, a
How
book.
would that make Rin mad?
You'll have to ask her. She's a very mysterious. I look over my shoulder. Is there anyone that looks like a cat?
I was just about to make you do a perception check, but since you looked over your shoulder, you would see the cloaked figure with the swaying tail entering the tavern.
Oh God, there she is.
So I should ask her, all right?
Does that
Maybe I
thing,
will then.
does that thing work when it's not like glowing? And I point to Taurin's earring.
Oh, keep forgetting I have this thing.
Oh, maybe I should stop forgetting you have it too.
Huh.
And Rin would approach the table, and she would,
Yeah, I was
Just
gonna say,
look at-
oh, way better.
she would like look at all of you. Look at Theo. Theo's obviously not someone he recognizes, and she goes, "Good morning."
Good morning, Water's blessings. We saved a seat for you.
And she just kind of like shakes her head and goes, "You are being summoned to House Trishul. Lady of the house wants a word."
Okay.
And she just
Good things.
squints a little, just looking around, especially looking at Theo, and she just kind of turns around and starts leaving.
No, sorry, Ambrose, you missed your chance. Maybe when we get back to the house.
Oh,
What did you two do?
CJ, quick question though
Uh-huh.
about the earrings, because like during the event there was like that interference for it. So does it still work, or is it just still like in her ear?
The earring works when somebody uses it to talk to someone. Think about it like you're making an actual phone call. Like if you
Okay.
use it to talk, then it will, like transmit the
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that. Okay, just had to double check. Sorry. Sorry. Continue.
Like it's not working. Like it's not like an open microphone kind of deal.
Right, you just gotta make the phone call.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. Pretty much, yes.
Oh, Theo jerk.
Mm-hmm. With that
I assume-
mouthful of slop.
Ugh.
I kind of like mess with my hair for a moment and say, I assume you remember my request for you.
Yes.
You don't need to worry about that anymore. My father, he is dead. It's been taken care of.
Well, I am so sorry to hear.
No, actually, I don't think there could have been a better way than what happened.
Well, everybody grieves in their own ways.
But thank you for doing what you could. I appreciate it. And informing me of the scrying that was being done to me.
Well, I
Whatever
am
was
here-
happening here. Sorry.
No, I just said I'm here to help.
Whatever is happening in Strail, there doesn't seem to be any connection with me and Perrin anymore.
I would imagine so.
Archmage of... The Archmage of the schools here confirmed.
So maybe Port Strail is wanting to keep their secrets hidden. I'm assuming after all that you've gone through in the city, I'm not surprised. I will say though, the hero life kind of suits all of you. You are, after all, going to be the heroes of the whole world if everything goes smoothly.
It's a bit uncomfortable, honestly. It's weird being in the light like this.
Well, fame and reputation aren't exactly things befitting of a scholar. Once all of this is done, I plan on retiring from this life. Although I will say one last adventure is rather nice.
I can understand that. Well, I hope everything goes smoothly and you can have a peaceful retirement.
Theo, there was mention that the Titans will fight. So, do they fight each other?
And Taurin, at the mention of this, he looks at you a little. His expression changed from like a normal kind of, making conversation to a little bit more serious as, he looks at you and goes, "Who told you that?"
I think it was Ixis, if I remember, that we'll all have to fight eventually. She seemed ready for confrontation. She was very firm, I don't know how to else explain it. It was just intimidating,
Well, I would say there's much more than what you're told. And he stands up, leaving the empty bowl on the table, and goes, "I think it's my time that I set out as well to another small adventure of my own."
So you'll be leaving Port Strail?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Oh, thank you for not answering my question.
And mine too.
Hold for a moment. When we set out, the idea was that we were to bring the stones together. Recently, I've been wondering if maybe that would just make things worse. What exactly happens once we have all the stones?
Right. I don't want to fight anyone.
He shows a little smile at what you're saying. And he goes, "That is the right question." And then he starts to leave.
Okay, bye. It was nice seeing you. No,
Okay.
you understand. Yeah. Am I right?
Cryptic.
That was not an answer to anything that we just asked him.
But it probably had an answer. No, it didn't. Okay. Taurin tried to think about it, but no.
Don't think about it too hard. Taurin, well, it seems like we've been summoned, but, I think Lady Borealis would gladly give us some time to, get a little food in us before we head to the upper district. The correct way this time.
Well, I could call, say we're on our way.
Yeah,
You should ask her.
Wait a little. Yeah.
You should probably ask if it's okay to use the front door. I'd be worried if the wrong person saw us.
Use the back way. Right.
Don't all these nobles talk to each other anyways? Like, what's the big deal?
No one
Gossip.
knows that we are friends with Trishul. It may make the Saints wonder if they were always working with us. Maybe the Saints will be scared that House Trishul was out to get them. We can't be putting more stress on Borealis than we already have.
I suppose. Nobility. Am I right, Kipper? Do we know the name of like the bartender, I guess like owner of this tavern?
I'm gonna be completely honest. If you do, I don't remember.
I don't think
Was
we do
that
either.
Ryan or something? I feel like it's an
No,
Arnie.
that was the Drunken Minstrel.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I
All
don't
right.
remember this guy specifically.
All right, let's just
I
make one
don't-
thought.
I'm looking at my notes regarding everything dealing with him. I don't think
But we
every
didn't give
single
him a
time
name?
I refer to him as the barkeep,
Okay.
and I would have written
Call
down
him
his
Gus.
name.
All right,
So I
listen.
don't think he had one. At least we didn't ask him.
All right, we're gonna make it.
Benjamin?
It's gonna be called Benjamin. Yeah, Benji.
Benji,
Benjamin.
can I have a bowl of what that mysterious man was having?
He looks at you and goes, "Are you sure?"
I look him dead in the eye and say, yes.
All right. Fair enough. What about all of you?
Something cheap.
Just some water is
You
fine.
can't get cheaper than that. And he gestures at the empty bowl next to you.
Wow.
That's fine then.
I guess we're all enjoying a bowl of.
I guess we're getting soup.
You guys all are enjoying the mysterious stew.
Sustenance.
Kipper, would you like anything? Would you like to join us in this bowl of mysterious substance? Or
Unscrupulous.
is
The mystery soup.
it too much of a culinary abomination for your senses?
Give it a taste. You might like it.
Do you need a tissue,
By the way,
Kipper?
But
An
probably
ice
better
bag.
to type into the Roll20 chat if you can. If you can't,
that
it's
would be
fine.
better. Mhm. I think he can. I think it's on
I don't
his
know if
phone.
you-
I think it's on his phone. So
Yeah, I
think
don't
it's
know if
fine.
you'd be able to. And on phone, Roll20 sucks.
Hmm.
Kipper says, "I can't see very well or smell, so I could survive it."
All right, we'll have 3 bowls of wizard porridge.
Wizard porridge.
It's not a bad name. I might even make this a thing if people keep ordering it. All right, there'll be 1 copper piece each, and that's a little bit expensive for what I'm giving you.
My God. All right, Taurin, it might be the time to make that phone call.
Okay, I
mean-
was gonna like dive in there, but thank you.
I mean, it might be time to contact
Might as
Lady
well.
Borealis.
Ring a
What's
ring
the
ring.
phone?
Yeah, so as you touch the earring, you feel like the crackling of magic going through it, and it starts glowing. And then a few seconds later, you hear the feedback of, somebody speaking into your mind, and it goes, good morning.
Good morning. Hopefully
Oh.
having a great day so far.
Oh, yes, of course. Did you get my message? Was Rin able to talk to you?
Oh, to come visit, yes. Question though. Is it okay to use the front door instead of, the other way?
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry. This is supposed to be a somewhat
Okay.
official meeting, so we're not going to, arise any suspicion. So don't worry about it. You guys can use the front door. As a matter of fact, I would prefer it to be that way. And remember, you don't know anybody until we properly are introduced.
Understood. I will
Is someone
relay
else
that.
there? I didn't say that aloud. I'm not hearing this conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. By the way, yes, the conversation's happening in your mind. It's kind of like the message spell.
Got it. Lovely. It's all in my mind.
Exactly.
All right.
So she goes.
Well-
Oh no, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
She goes. Well, whenever you arrive, just knock on the door. That's fine. Percy will get you. You know already kind of how the manor looks.
Right.
And if you get
Sounds
lost,
like a
I'll
plan.
just send Rin to find you or something. She's not happy.
Yeah. We'll do our best to find our way without causing any more stress on poor Rin. Yes.
Oh, please do. Cause I don't know if I'll be, able to stop her if she wants to stab you. And I would rather keep it, professional and not turn it into a crime scene.
Oh, okay. Nice. Perfect. I'll let the guys know though. Yes.
Good. Then I will see you later.
Yes. Until later. Take care.
Bye. The magic feedback stops.
Okay, so, and she'll turn to the group. So this is an official meeting, so it's okay to use the front door. Side note, we know nobody, so don't be calling out names before you're introduced to them. Heads up.
Oh.
Rexmoa, watch out for Rin.
Mhm.
She's not happy with us. That's all I gotta say.
Is this us or is this me?
Huh? I don't know. I think it's regarding the book. She's not happy.
Oh, she's a very hard person to watch out for, so I think I might need everyone's help in this matter.
Just stay vigilant. And let's just do our best to stay on her good side going forward. Yes. No more book extravaganzas, if you know what I mean.
Okay, yeah. Of course.
Yes.
We're supposed to act as though we don't know anyone. That
Precisely.
means there's going to be others there.
It's a little
Oh.
concerning.
Didn't even think about that. So much performative. But that's the way it goes when you have to deal with nobility. That's why I prefer, to be with my people.
Good thing, Rexmoa, that you can't seem to remember anyone's name.
Well, I remember Lady Wren. Lady Shining Trinket. We'll be fine. Yeah, you're right.
So, by the way, while Taurin, you were having your mental conversation, the porridge would have been delivered. It's definitely something.
Oh, delightful. Torn will say as she just goes and just takes a sip of it.
Just for the funny.
What does it taste like?
Yeah, I was about to say, just for the funny, whoever's eating it, give me a Constitution save.
Please, I would love to. Constitution?
Yes, sir.
A save, right?
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
go. Oh.
All right.
Oh, everybody doing it?
+7.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
I rolled a 3 on that.
Save.
Jesus.
Wait a
Let's
minute. Is
see.
this in my save
And Ambrose
box?
is
Yeah, it
supposed to be
is.
the one that will just eat about just about anything, too.
You should be the one that can eat it. Okay. All right. So, Rexmoa, you grab a spoonful of something that is in that bowl. You take a bite out of it, and it's like it tastes bland, like a mix of everything. It's like you put like all the leftovers in a bowl and made it into some sort of porridge or soup. It definitely, I mean, it's edible, but it is questionable if you should eat it.
I think it perplexes Rexmoa, if anything.
Yeah, exactly. You are definitely not like, you're not gonna be like puking, but you can tell it's something that whoever would be very bad. As for Ambrose and Taurin, it tastes pretty fucking bad.
Taurin would say, "This tastes like throw up in a shoe," and then I'm leaving.
I think I'm a bit too used to cooking in other taverns.
You gonna finish that?
I will, yes. I'm not going to waste food.
Yeah, as I said,
And we do have a long walk.
It is 100% edible, so you will not be sick eating it. But I'm not a doctor, but I don't think you should eat a lot of it.
The thing was eat a whole bunch of it. Sorry, I had
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, Rexmoa would be counting the spoonfuls. Does it like line up with like whatever amount of spoonfuls Theo would have ate?
Yeah, 100%. Like, you saw him pretty much with like a plate almost full as he was talking.
Oh,
All right.
oh, sorry. Were you saying something?
You can say yours first.
Mine is unrelated to this.
Oh, mine is also unrelated to this. I was going to give you all something.
Oh boy.
Okay, I was gonna say, I just wanted to apologize to you, Rexmoa, and you, Taurin. I was an embarrassment last night.
There's nothing to be embarrassed about, lad. I mean, you shouldn't punish yourself for feeling things, and from, well, the looks of it, perhaps some time away from the rest of us might have done you some good and allowed you to reflect upon things. You and Kipper over there. And I do notice that Kipper's eyes are very puffy.
He has, after all, been crying, yes.
Taurin will
Wait.
pat Kipper on the shoulder.
We had a rather long conversation last night, and I was a bit loud and mean. It's why I wanted to be alone with her. I had some things on my mind, but I shouldn't have walked away like I did.
Well,
But... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
oh, but you can finish. My thing's going to be better when you're done talking anyways.
Okay. Kipper and I, we have fixed things between us. Actually, I'd say things are better than ever before.
And, Bip, if you do want to contribute to this conversation, you can type things out and we will read them.
Exactly.
Yeah, poor Mr. Kipper. But that's fine.
Oh, he's typing.
Oh, he do be typing. Okay.
He's taking his type out.
He has to do that thinky thonk. He can't just sporadically say anything. No yapping awkwardly on the trip back to the plane deck.
It's almost like a punishment.
That's just the life of
That's okay.
Crenia, dude.
Okay, while Bip does that, we can just pretend that this conversation happens afterwards. Also, I got you two something while you were away. Here it is. And I just take out 2 the 2 small vials of smelling salts, and I put them on the table in front of him.
Trust me, they work.
I figured they'd be useful in case we run into like any, illusions, charms, such things.
What is this bottle of crystals?
Those are smelling salts, Ambrose. Very useful for, perhaps snapping yourself out of certain spells or, just making yourself more aware of your olfactory system.
I grab one and I just kind of like look at it for a few moments. All right.
You both know how to use them, right? Or perhaps I should. Well, I won't demonstrate, but I'll tell you. So you just take the lid off, and then if someone perhaps is under a charm, or if someone's unconscious, you could just a little waft beneath the nose, and it'll do the trick. Quite useful, I might add.
Right. Seems beneficial.
Who wants to do their best Kipper impression?
I can try and hang on, let me check. Kipper says, "Ignore my puffy eyes. It's probably just dust allergies."
Oh, okay. Yes, this place is quite dusty, lad. But, if you ever want to talk more about anything else unrelated to dust and allergies, you can.
Dust allergies.
Dust allergies. All right.
I give Kipper a deadpan look.
Let's see. Okay, Kipper says, "No, I will.
It's my fault, really. I yelled a lot last night. It's just the after effects. But I assure you, there's no hard feelings between me and Kipper."
Well, that's good. I'm glad you all can, work your way through whatever is ailing you. And I appreciate you sharing with Taurin and I, even if it doesn't directly involve us. I think it's important that, we all be aware of how we're feeling, especially as we grow more and more powerful, and, our enemies also grow more and more numerous.
It's good that you're able to mend whatever bond you guys had. That might have been, I guess, on a little bit of the fray, it sounds like. So, that's good.
I think now, of all times, trusting each other is paramount. And how important it is that we care for each other.
Indeed. Well, with that being said, shall we make our way towards the upper district and meet this House Treshul?
Yes, for the very first time.
Wink. And then we all get up and get on out of here.
You will have to pay 1 copper piece.
Yep, already removed.
Yep, perfect.
I think I've done that. Let's see here. Let me double check.
I had 6, now I have 5.
Oh no.
I have 64.
Oh no.
Benji, I will say, you make a mean wizard porridge. Farewell.
And as you guys are leaving, he goes, "You guys are..." And then just, you guys move. So, you guys are starting your not trek, but your travel from the lower city that you guys already know pretty well, into the upper city. You go through the streets and approach the gate. And once you approach the gate, obviously, there is a lot of security around. The gate is, in fact, closed now. And once you approach the gate, you see a bunch of guards, human this time. And once you approach, obviously, the guards kind of look at you and go, oh yeah, these are good. And then just kind of lift the gate just enough so you guys can go through. And you find yourselves again in the upper city of Portstrail, which is, you know, the more fancy part. The gate is closed behind you, and you guys are pretty much here again. Are you going straight to Borealis's place, correct?
Yeah, I think that'd be imperative, unless people, unless there's something people really, really want to do.
Side quest. No, I'm teasing.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Not the side quest. But yeah, okay, so you guys know the way by this point. You've been there a few times. And you managed to just go into the house, Trishul. You would see again the outside of the house. It's a very fancy garden with kind of metallic alloy gate with the emblem, of course, of the house Trishul, which is, as I said, is a circular emblem with a dragon on it, like the side profile of a dragon's face on it. As you arrive at the house Trishul, the gate automatically opens, and you see on the outside of the house, you would see the mechanical helpers of Borealis that are greeting you. You see, obviously, Percy is kind of front and center, and another few robots are just kind of waiting behind Percival, which you already know. But of course, as soon as you approach, he goes, "Welcome to House Trishul. The lady of the house is expecting you. Please, follow me." And just turns around and starts walking inside.
Lead the way.
And you guys enter the house, and the robots all enter, and the doors are closed.
Okay. Taurin will kind of like look around, just taking in like the environment pretty much.
Yeah,
Trying to see if maybe there's any others in the hall, or it's just them and it's hollow, kind of like stuff,
Well, you would see like the same robotic helpers here and there. Percival is obviously leading around, and the house itself, it's very quiet. Besides, the robotic sounds here and there of the little helpers just running around and things like that. And
I'll glance out the courtyard if we pass it, kind of trying to look at the gravestone if I can manage to glance at it, but I won't go out of my way to do so. Obviously, I'll still be following behind Percy.
Percy would actually start telling you a little about the story of the house and the name and what they did before and everything. Some a summary of who they are. Obviously, he's very trying to keep his appearance very well until they reach onto a threshold of the house where he just kind of drops the act and goes, "Welcome again, heroes. Lady Borealis is expected." And as for you, Ambrose, yes, as you walk into the corridor, you can see Percy didn't take you to straight to the place. He just kind of gave you a little loop around the manor grounds as he was talking, just kind of obviously being trying to be as inconspicuous as possible. But yeah, as you walk around the manor house, you would be able to see the courtyard and obviously the tombs and everything. But yeah, once you pass over to that house, okay, that's fine. Sorry, the delay is.
Yeah, that's. I was gonna say, as going past it, I'll just sigh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and once you pass this threshold, once he's giving you like a little loop of the place, you pass the threshold where he just kind of like drops the act like immediately, and takes you to the study of Lady Borealis, where she is. It's over there. Oh, there we go. And as always, she is sitting down on like her study table, a bunch of books piled up on her desk, and she is reading one of them. Percy just walks over and just kind of stands next to her as he always does, and just kind of watches from his position. And Borealis just stands up and just waves a hand at you and go, "Hi, was everything good? You guys didn't have any troubles, right?"
Pleasure to meet you, lady of the house.
Oh,
Yeah, so
pleasure
do a
to
little
meet
curtsy.
you. My name is Borealis Trishul. I am the lady of the house. And this room is very secure, so we can speak normal.
My goodness. I was trying to remember who I was supposed to know and who I wasn't supposed to know.
I get it. It has happened to me before. It can be very confusing. But I am certainly glad that you are here. And I will love to give you some insight of what we're going to be doing next. More you are going to be doing next. Unfortunately, my adventuring days, I think, are kind of over. Maybe, who knows? But the house does need a front face, so. And anyways, I'm not gonna bore you with house politics and noble stuff. I'm here to talk to you about, the rest of the nobles in this lovely city. Because I'm pretty sure after what happened yesterday, you may have a lot of questions.
And a lot of harsh feelings against them, too.
Oh, I am so sorry to hear that. Well, I can tell you, 1 out of 5 nobles are not that bad. That's me. I'm the noble.
Yes. Out of the group up there, only you and Zephyr did anything to help the people.
That's how these people are. They feel like their life is worth a lot more. And, you can't change people like that. Trust me, I tried.
Well, if nothing else, most of my focus is on the saints themselves.
Oh, we can talk about them. Oh, please, Percy, would you mind bringing them some seats? I'm so sorry. This is very. That's some awful manners on my end. And Percy would just walk around, just grabbing a few more seats so you guys can sit down in front of her desk. And she sits down as well, setting down some of the books. And she looks at all of you with a very big smile on her face, and she goes, "All right. Well, any questions first?"
Where is Lady Rin? Is she in this room? Then I look around very quickly.
She is not in this room. I can call her if you want.
Oh, that would be unnecessary. She's very busy. I've been told.
Oh, are you
need
sure?
to
I think
waste our
she's
time
alright.
on us.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have any problems. As a matter of fact, Percy, would you mind talking to Lady Rin? Tell her to come by.
Percy, would you mind just maybe not do that?
Percy's kind of looking from side to side. You hear the motor of his neck just goes zoop, zoop, as he's looking around, and Borealis goes, it's fine. We'll see about calling Rin later, maybe.
Okay.
And
Don't want
she
to pull
goes,
away from any duties she's on, you know?
Right. We must be considerate after all. She is of great help as well. All right. Any other questions?
What can you tell us about some of the houses like Alabaster, Aaron, and Thrall?
Oh,
Or Thrail, sorry.
well, yes. That was going to be my main focus point. So, if you want me to get into that first, I can totally do that. But if you want to speak of another topic first, I am all ears. Not really. That's physically impossible.
I suppose one thing. Did you learn anything more about the Titans and the shards?
Oh, yes. Here. And she slides over the book that she was reading, like, just now. You see this book is very old, like, worn down by time. And it looks very delicate as you are, like, touching. Well, we're about to, like, touch it. It looks very, very delicate. And she goes, this book is very interesting. It has a lot of insight of many things of the Titan that I had not even considered. So, well, yes, you can say I've been doing my reading, doing my homework. We can also talk about that. That's another long topic, so I guess I'll just better start with what we have right here, right now, the issue at hand, if you don't mind, of course.
That's fine. I was just thinking I'm not so sure we can fully trust our other companion.
Oh, is that the... And she does air quotes as she says the next sentence. Weird-looking wizard guy that Rin found?
Yes. It's not that I don't trust him per se. It's more... I'm not really sure what his goal is anymore. And why he is not telling us the full truth. He's only telling us bits and pieces.
Well, that is certainly not ideal. After all, relationships are based on trust, especially the ones that, are particularly world-ending.
Well, he was the reason why we originally set out on this quest. And most of our knowledge is based on that. And yet now, when I asked him about the Titans and the shards, his only response was, that is the question to ask.
Very cryptic.
But it is as you said, we should focus on the other topic at hand.
Right, yes. And she would stand up and pull from, like, behind her. She would, like, drag what is like a blackboard. And she would start she would grab a little bit of chalk and she would start drawing. Very, very funny looking, like, stickmen, but she starts drawing. She draws 5 people. Actually, yeah, I think I can draw them myself, actually. Hang on.
Perfect.
I can do that myself. Hang on a second. Let me plug this thing in, man. There you go. Does it work? Did I break it? I think I might have broken it, Chad. Okay, I don't know. Uh-oh.
Quit breaking things, man.
Oh, no.
Not messing.
Oh, no. Wait. I got it. Okay. So she pulls out a blackboard with some chalk and she starts drawing. She goes, all right, well, there are 5 noble families. And she starts drawing like little stick men, one of the stickmen, she gives horns and a tail. And the other one, she gives like her own like crystals and a thicker tail. And she goes, all right, well, there are 5 noble houses in Porch Trail. Obviously, these are all below the Saints, and the Saints she draws just like 2 faces with like angry faces right here. And she goes, these are all below the Saints, of course. One is yours truly, House Trishul. She just draws like a little sparkles around herself. And she goes, yours truly, House Trishul. Me and my sister are, of course, in charge of the Arcane Academy and, helping the city with everything magic and sometimes technologically related. However, we are not in charge of all the technology. We only take care of the magical needs, if that makes any sense. Now, these 2, and she draws like a little thing, and she goes, these 2 are House Alabaster and House Aaron. The tiefling, of course, House Aaron, and the human, House Alabaster. The 2 of them have bonded together and created Stellar Strats, which is the factory that encapsulates the stratagem and distributes it to the whole city. They, as I mentioned before, they do have a very big factory here where they do these kinds of works. So, we'll talk about that in a moment. Then there is the other funny-looking fellow over here, House Thrail, the guy with the really weird tattoos. Well, they are actually in charge of the assembly of the automatons and the mass production of them. As I said, we help with smaller things and issues and troubleshooting and things like that. But these guys are the ones that really do all the work. As you may have probably noticed, the tattoos are, well, a symbol of who they are. And that is, of course, part of this very evil organization of druids. And, well, I don't really like them. But we'll talk about that in a moment. And the last one... Oh, yeah, no, go ahead, yes?
Is their involvement with the Shadow Druids public knowledge?
Well, the tattoos are in plain sight. It's not like they're not trying to hide them.
Would any of the people here even know what a Shadow Druid is?
That...
Porch Trail is tucked away in the people.
Exactly.
No one knows a damn thing on the outside.
Exactly. That is exactly why they get away with it. Some people don't even know. And, well, unfortunately, whoever asks too much, yeah, they end up going missing. So...
And
Not a consequence.
the Saints have to be funding them. That's what the counselor said.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we have a lot of reason to believe that is the case. But again, let's stick to the topic. And she taps the blackboard where she's drawing, and she goes, and the last one, of course, is House Gillum. Well, this is the one that's really not involved with anything. She says, honestly, they just trade things. I haven't really seen their involvement in any way. They have a lot of money, I will say that. So be careful. It's they're very powerful people, but for monetary reasons.
Lovely.
And of course, there are the Saints that you already know. Well, I mean, we have suspicions that they are, well, not good people. Whoa, what just happened there? We have suspicions that they're not good people, and our suspicions are very well funded. And yes, we need to find out what they're doing. But to find out what they are doing, we first have to, deal with everybody else. Because unfortunately, these are all the hurdles that you have. Of course, I am helping you, so there's one less noble to worry about.
How long have House Aaron and Thrail been involved in the city? They weren't around when I was younger.
Oh, no. They're fairly new, especially House Aaron. House Thrail does have a few years. I can't recall the exact amount, but they're definitely a few years. But House Aaron, it's probably the most recent one. A couple of years at most. Again, I don't
And
really
they teamed
keep,
up.
yeah, I don't really keep tabs on everybody because too much suspicions and I may end up missing as well.
Then you probably should be careful with House Aaron, especially.
Oh,
I'll look at Taurin, as I don't think it's my right to explain that.
Oop, I'm sorry. I was a little distracted there for a second.
I mentioned that Borealis should probably be a bit careful of House Aaron. And
For House
she
Aaron.
asked, why is that? And I looked over at Taurin because I feel like I shouldn't just explain that in Taurin's position.
Right. Taurin will take note of that and she'll look to Borealis. This individual with the tail and the horns, he went by another name. The tiefling.
oh,
Is
really?
his name Dustan, by chance?
I can't say he goes by that name anymore. If it's not too much to ask, where do you know him from?
Well, I met him a long time ago, a year ago or so. He was looking for plants and he needed help. And I was happy to help him out to find this plant, which was what we found out to be called the Restoration Bloom,
And
a glowing plant.
as you say that, she goes, the Restoration Bloom? No way.
Oh, you know of it?
Well, any scholar that knows anything should know about the Restoration Bloom. It's pretty much like the strongest curative in the whole world.
Rexmoa
Wow.
says under his breath, I didn't know about it.
Just pat Rexmoa on the shoulder. It's okay. It's all right.
And she goes, did you get it? Did you find one? Did you find a live sample?
We did. But we stole it from a guild.
Oh. That's not good. This is interesting. Look, it's such a rare plant. My sister has been trying to get one of those for so long, and well, they can't really get one. It's so rare that I am amazed.
Well, he had it, but where he's keeping it, I can't say.
Oh wait, hang on. Discord is dying on me.
Hey, I just remember the balloon is gone.
Oh god, sorry, chat. Yeah, sorry about that. Discord is dying on me. Hang on, you guys went incredibly robot right now. Oh god, Discord might be dying. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, are we back? Are we back? Hello? Hi? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, you went in robot entirely as you were explaining.
So did
Yeah,
you?
I think-
We go at the same time.
I think it was on your side because
Yeah,
for
it
everyone
must
else,
have been.
quotes were still understandable. Either that or Discord's being weird.
Maybe.
I would blame Discord.
Just Percy.
What did you miss, though? I guess.
As soon as you started talking again.
Oh God. What did I say? An exactus.
She was
It
saying
was
how-
after the mention of the restoration bloom and Borealis talking about how Zephyr has been looking around for it.
Oh, that's right.
You
Oh, that's
began
right.
to
Then
explain how you obtained it.
Right. That we stole it from the guilds. And I think you were there, though, for that part, weren't you, CJ?
I did, yes. That's when Borealis said, like,
Okay.
oh, wow, this is amazing.
And then after that, it was
Yeah,
pretty
it
much just
went-
on the same breath. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, then after that, it went robot entirely.
Okay.
I don't know what was stated after that because I was busy writing out a message for a bit.
Oh,
No, you're good. It wasn't anything too crazy. It was just basically that this Dusan character obviously does have one, is all that was pretty much
Okay.
was confirmed. So, sorry, I didn't get enough sleep the other night, so I'm a little like
hey, you're fine,
today.
you're fine, you're fine. You're all fine, don't worry. And she goes, oh, wow. What could he ever possibly want with one of those? Well, I mean, he is one of the most recent noble houses, so... But he just makes the cartridges. Huh. There is something here that we're missing.
Would the bloom be involved with the stratagems in somehow?
Well, it would make sense, right? They are druids after all, and druids are known for, you know, dealing with plants and such. So, that does make a lot of sense, but if he has it, and not the druids, very weird.
Maybe not, because if the bloom caused the stratagems, it would be a limited supply.
Yes, it only makes sense. Besides, it's one of the rare plants. It only blooms every few years or so, and only a select amount of those plants. So it would not be something to, you know, use lightly. Use deliberately. You have to be very careful with.
What can happen?
Well, you can just use it all and then it's gone. Nothing bad can happen with the plant that cures everything.
Unless he used it on himself.
Maybe. But
So,
wait, did I die? Did you guys die?
Yeah, there was like a dead ghost, like silence there.
Oh yeah. I think it's Discord
I was
that's
gonna say,
messing up. Yeah, sorry.
All right.
let's see. I was just gonna say, you mentioned it grant you a longer life. I think a decent amount of people would give a lot to do that.
I mean, I understand that, but you can see like she is very, very thoughtful when looking at all of this and goes, I guess it just doesn't make sense. There's got to be more information that we need to uncover, and that is why I have all of you as well. In theory, you will help me.
Hey, go, buddy.
Oh God. I do hear it. I hear it.
And more than half that, if you can understand me.
Oh Jesus.
Right? To me for it's like I heard times, but
Oh God, everything's a robot. Hang on a second.
It's Cody. Yeah, take a moment. Rush. Over. Yeah.
I don't drink here, so
I can. Yeah, I'm stupid. I guess I do apologize because I had insomnia last night or the and just sleep.
Well,
It sucks. Yeah.
Okay, are we back? Hello? Hi, are we back?
yeah, we're back.
Welcome
Okay,
back.
there you go. Sorry about that. I had to check something real quick. Yeah. Alright, so, what were you saying? What was I saying, actually?
I didn't hear a word you said, honestly.
You were saying
But-
something about
Oh
in
God,
response
it's happening
to,
again. Hang on.
Like we need to learn more about the bloom and House Aaron.
Okay, hang
Yeah,
on.
we don't know much about House Air. Oh, I think it's broken still.
Yeah, a little bit, actually. Am I good? Am I live? Am I live?
Do we sound
Yeah.
robotic,
Hello?
anybody?
Oh, Jesus.
Can you
No.
hear us?
Hello.
Okay, that sounds like a no. It's solid basis. That's usually a no.
Winter, why are you drinking coffee? It's o'clock, buddy.
Yeah, Winter. God, is it decaf? If it's decaf,
Oh
respect.
God,
It's not
I
good.
am freaking dying over here. I think it's my Discord. I mean, it's definitely my not my internet. My stream is fine.
It's Discord. It's probably being doo-doo pants today.
Most likely.
Oh man. Yeah.
We can kind of hear it. We're a little iffy, but it's still like understandable.
Yeah, it's kind of odd. Huh. Very weird.
Chat, can you
very
hear us?
weird. I think chat definitely can because my stream is not dropping or anything.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, I didn't see a buffer or anything pop up for stream, so I just.
Yeah, I
There.
had one moment where it did like a skip, but it was like one time, and it skipped like 2 seconds.
Let me reconnect real quick.
Yeah,
Hang
you'll
on.
be
Let me
fine.
reconnect real quick. See if that fixes it.
Very good idea.
Yeah.
And then you get some infinite loading symbol on.
Oh God. Okay, chat. Give me a second. Hang on. Just reconnecting. Oh. Oh. Okay. Hello. I'm back. Hi.
Oh no, that doesn't seem good.
Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't work.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
No.
Okay, it's kind of working, kind of not. But we're just gonna have to deal with it.
It's so weird.
It's so weird, huh?
I think stream can hear us better than you can, because on stream, I think we're perfectly understandable.
That's
Wait, are we?
funny.
Hang on. I'm gonna put my headphones.
That is funny. Whoa, Kipper died. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Viv will be right back. He's talking to his grandma.
That's fine. That's fine. That's all good. Oh, I can hear you guys better now.
Yeah, we did
Okay.
pretty good.
So, Borealis was saying that is why I have you to help us out. Because all of this information is, well, something we don't really know. And we need eyes and ears and maybe some fighting people to help us out, figure out what is going on with, well, whatever it is. Now that the Restoration Bloom is involved, I can't imagine what it's gonna be used for.
I think that's a good point, but I would make mention of one thing. We swore to Rin that we'd check out those sewers. I think that is a priority as well.
Oh.
I also believe that it will probably play a big part in learning more about a particular noble as well.
Wait, Greenie, is this actually happening, by the way? Yes? Okay. So, you would see that a cat would hop off the desk onto the floor and would shift back into Rin. And he
Wait, was that cat?
Yeah, and he goes, he is right.
Oh, I didn't notice you. Hello, Rin.
And Borealis nods and goes, yes, actually, as a matter of fact, that is something that I am also going to mention in the whole quest for Rin and our friend. Now, the sewers where Rin found what she found and where, well, our tragedy happened, tend to be very close to House Thrail's factory. So, I am thinking they have something to do with it.
It would make the most sense. It seems like the Shadow Druids are the most likely culprit of the plague and everything dealing with it.
That is definitely an unfortunate thing. And, well, now that we know that there's still more issues in the sewers, I would definitely ask you to be cautious when approaching. We have to look for a plan of action where we can approach all of these nobles and then find out whatever information we can and then take our own actions. Of course, this meeting over here would be well, I am going to pretend as this is something to congratulate you and maybe offer you whatever kind of financial aid or, you know, whatever the saints would be happy with. Of course, not talking about, you know, spying them behind their backs.
I'm sure the Saints would be happy to have this over anything.
Quick question. Could this financial aid that you mentioned be applied retroactively, perhaps?
I don't think you would need any. I gave you a little bit ago. I don't want to sound rude, but did you already spend all that?
I used it all.
Rin says, do you want to rent more books?
Yes.
I use it all on potions. I get hurt a lot, and I don't want to force Kipper to heal me when he's worse for wear.
Right. I guess that would make sense. Well, we can discuss that in a later moment. Was that about renting books? And she looks at Rin.
It was just a curiosity.
I mean, of course, if renting a book is not a big deal, really.
Oh yeah, of course. I would agree with you, lady of the house.
Rin says, I'll tell you later when looking at Opatic Borealis.
Oh no.
And she goes, right. Well, as I mentioned before, there is the issue of the Shadow Druids in House Thrail with their automaton factory and their shady business in the sewers. And of course, now that you mentioned the Restoration Bloom in House Aaron, who is not Aaron, well, there's also things to discover in that end. They also have a factory where they create and distribute the casings for the stratagem. You may have seen them, glass casings, fairly fragile, but well, they do their work. They do their work well. Pretty decent technology, if I do say so myself. And well, I know a little bit about technology. I don't want to brag too much, but I do have a lot of robotic servants, but that's not here nor there. So I don't know what their deal would be with and maybe they're trying to sell it to the Shadow Druids, but that would not make too much of a sense. I don't know. This has definitely put a little bit of a wrench in my knowledge. And the Saints are, of course, involved in all of this. What could they possibly want from all of these people? Well, they already have the city, they have stratagem. What? I fail to see what they're looking for, honestly. Or maybe I'm just, I'm just not evil enough to see it.
Well, my initial instincts tell me that it would be, well, power beyond the city.
Rin would also, pipe in as you're saying that, and she says, yeah, more power, taking over the rest of the world. And Borealis...
The only thing that is...
Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay. The only thing the Saints deserve is a sword in their gut. They've done nothing but make Pochero worse for wear.
Yes, the city has been, pretty much shut in from everything on the outside. It would not make sense for them to try and conquer the world. Oh, then again, I am not an evil person, so I wouldn't know about it. And at
they could be making...
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was like, Taurin's like, well, they could be making maybe some way to... some kind of power to rival the gods, maybe. That could be a possibility.
But what kind of power would rival the Titans? She gestures at the stones that are, fairly visible. There's 2 stones already. This power is unmatched. Are the Saints really crazy enough to think whatever they're planning is going to surpass the Titans?
Well, one of them literally is the Saint of Pride, so I would think so.
Possibility.
Well, yeah, you are right. Rin says yes.
Just about.
You've seen how big-head she is. She goes, right, yeah. Oh, Seraphina, she's quite the character. I definitely don't enjoy her bragging about everything every time we meet. It's a little annoying.
She's certainly the only saint that actually stands for what her title is.
Yeah. It's very sad that this is our situation right now. But that's why we need all the help that we can get. And having the heroes of Porch Trail and the bearers of the Stones of the Titans gives me a very huge advantage, actually. And I want to keep it that way. So that is why we need to formulate a plan, visit each one of the nobles in their houses, find out what they know in a very discreet and not, alarm-raising manner, and then bring it back, see what they're hiding, and eventually find out what the intention of the saints are. And as you are saying this, you see Percy kind of look towards the door, and he turns over to look at Borealis and the rest, and he goes, "My lady, there is someone at the door. I will go get it. Please do not leave the..." And he just kind of walks off.
Let's not have a repeat of the Dwarven City.
Oh, you've been to the Dwarven City? Tell me, is it really hot? I don't really like a lot of heat.
I'll point to the shard at the hilt of my sword and say, "That's where we met Vithius."
Oh, right, of course. The tales do depict her as being, below the mountains. Was she really below the mountains?
A bit misleading. It's more like she's carrying them.
Oh, wow. So she's that big? Wow, I could not imagine.
Yes. And I think she's actually bigger than that, too.
Oh.
I mentioned, I'll kind of like look back at the poem. I mentioned that I dreamed of Vithius when everything was happening with the Inventors Fair. During that dream, I did see Vithius. I didn't speak to her this time, but I saw her, and I could barely see her through the clouds. It was like her head was as big as the land I was standing on. But I don't think I was anywhere around here. I think it'd be better to say that I was in the Feywild.
Oh, so you've been there as well? Wow, I've only heard tales of everything that you're saying, and now having a living person who can confirm all of these things. This is insane. We need to log this in a book or something. This is knowledge that needs to be shared everywhere. Ingrid says, "That's one large turtle."
I give kind of a weird look, and I say, I am not sure I am willing to give that information. It is not as though I distrust you, but I am of someone who might obtain that from you.
Right.
I have important friends and family there, and I wouldn't want someone managing to find a way in. They've already suffered enough at the hands of hags. They don't need someone else finding their way in.
That is fair enough. And it's all right. I respect your decision, but I would really love to talk about this at some other time when we have a more calm moment, of course. But yes, it is very interesting, and I am definitely wondering how all the things connect. And what about the disease? Why was it left running so wildly in the city? I don't get it. Even if they're the ones causing it, wouldn't you think that they would try and get rid of it? Again, I'm not evil, so I wouldn't know.
For some reason, they're covering it up.
Oh, the saints and their cover-ups. They always complicate things quite a lot. Well, anyways, and as she was about to continue, you hear the door opening, and it is Percy again, walking inside of the room as normal as he does. And Percy this time stops next to Borealis, and he turns over to her, and she goes, "My lady, somebody has left this at our doorstep. It was a messenger of sorts, another automaton like myself. Of course, not quite my same design." And he hands over what looks to be a little envelope. Very fancy looking envelope, by the way. What are you gonna say?
I'll ask Percy, did he have a sort of screen at his upper body, acting as the head?
Percy would turn his head to you and goes, "No, this was a much more simpler design. A carrier robot as such."
I see. Probably better that way.
And he keeps staring at you, Ambrose, and he goes, "Pardon my intrusion, but are you suggesting the advisor of the saints may have something to tell you?"
I can't recall if we told you, Borealis, but we did have a run-in with the counselor. We almost fought him.
Oh, that's not good. She goes, well, were you able to talk to him, or did you just, and she just kind of throws like very weak punches into the air.
It happened at the morgue when we were doing some investigation, and we were all attacked by infected, and May, before we had fully dealt with that problem. And May seemed to have a vendetta against them. Maybe it was the Shadow Druids, maybe it was the Saints, maybe it was the Counselor. I'm not sure. But we called a truce to make sure all of us lived. We were actually going to let him die to the infected, but I kind of let out a shaky breath and say, I felt the blessing weaver from Vithius, and I had to go back. And we decided to protect him and his guards. His guards were Shadow Druids. We know for a matter of fact. And the counselor probably knows that we were the ones who caused the orphanage to go up in flames. I may have threatened him to not inform the Saints, which we aren't in cuffs yet, so I assume he hasn't.
Oh, that's not that good. But you are not in cuffs yet, so there still may be some hope. Thank you for telling me this. By the way, I try not to pry too much, but this is useful information. We also don't know a lot about this advisor. Oh, the only things we know is that, well, he's a very advanced model, And I'm a little jealous. It does kind of feel like a little bit of an upgrade from Percy.
Maybe it's just me overthinking it, but I have been wondering whether or not the counselor is on, or at least has the same ideologies as the Saints. It seems to care about justice, and yet it seemed to have overlooked our crimes.
That is interesting. Well, and she goes and draws again on the blackboard once more, and she draws like a little robot face, you know. Well, then we have another suspect then. And Rin gasps and looks at Percy. Can you believe what she just said? And Percy looks at Rin and goes, I am sure Lady Borealis did not mean it as an insult. And as she turns around, and obviously Percy's still offering this envelope, and she takes it. You can see, as I said, it's a very, very fancy envelope, and she opens it and pulls out a letter, and she starts reading it for herself, and she then gasps and just sets the envelope on the table. And she goes, well, this is very fortunate. And you guys would be able to see that the envelope is, as I said, very fancy looking. It's written in like fancy ink and with very good looking paper. And it says, well, we, the nobles, have been invited to a party set by, what did you guess it? House Aaron and House Alabaster. And, well, it seems that we are to give some money to charity for the event that just occurred, unfortunate event, of course, in the Inventors Fair. So, I think we may have found an opening.
How convenient. Do we need our own invitation, or is this like a +4 situation?
That I am not too sure about. After all, it just says noble houses. Maybe an invitation will arrive for you. You are, after all, the heroes. And if not, well, I am fairly certain that with a couple of disguises, you will be able to fit in.
Taurin over here loves disguises. She's already thinking about one right now.
I am. It's to go as. Who to go as?
Am I allowed to bring my sword?
Oh, I honestly not sure. Is it common customs to bring weapons to a party?
Well, back in Seas Marrow, normally you would bring food, and perhaps books, games to play. Weapons, not really on the, not really up there, unless you found something on a expedition or do research and you just wanted to share it with everyone.
Oh, well, that sounds lovely. And Rin, I would say, you could dress up in guard outfits like me. And Borealis goes, oh yes, I can probably make you some of the House Trishul guard outfits, and you can just blend in with the rest of the guards. After all, all noble houses have their own guard, overlooking the event. And I forgot to mention, and she taps on the paper on the last few lines, where it says the Saints will make an appearance.
Is this good?
I changed my mind. I don't want to go.
And she just kind of sighs and goes, "Come on, we need the evidence. This could be our very good chance."
We could make a spell for your sword. Maybe turn it into a cane, and you can wear a suit. It's an idea.
Or perhaps a coat rack, and you could disguise yourself as a butler, maybe?
I
Those
mean,
are all
No,
great ideas.
you misunderstand. I don't think I'd be able to control myself if I was face to face with a saint.
oh,
Well, you better keep your face away from their face.
I would not ask this to anybody. I understand what your feelings may be very rough towards them, that is putting it lightly. But we really could use this opportunity. Rin raises an eyebrow at what you're saying, and Kipper is saying something. Sorry about that. Kipper says, "Would you want to remain around the perimeter, perhaps, Ambrose?"
I understand that I am making things harder. But when I think about the Saints, especially on top of that tower, after the tidal wave hit, the entire time, the only thing I think of was decking both of them in the face.
Oh, I totally understand, and between me and you, I would probably do the same, although I really don't want to hurt my nails. But, this may be a great opportunity for us to learn things that maybe they don't want us to know. After all, from the meetings that I've had with the other nobles and the Saints, they do have their own secrets, and, they are very particular about not letting the other nobles know about them as well. Which is why I need people on the outside, because not even on the inside I know some of the information. Rin says, "Look, I hate him as much as you, Rock Boy. I have to deal with that shit too. But yeah, we need this."
Aren't we going to be a little too, high profile? Not to make too big of a deal of our efforts, but we were front and center when the flood happened during the Inventors Fair. And, just towards the party, we do also just naturally stand out in a crowd.
Kipper says...
Looking at the 6'9" rock man.
Kipper also
the
says...
folk, the tabaxi, and a rowing gun.
Oh yes. Kipper says, there could always be something sketchy around the outskirts. Us spellcasters also don't need to carry weapons, so we can take this for you.
mm-hmm.
I mean, I appreciate that, but wouldn't that look more suspicious? Having a house Trishul guard, not accompanying Borealis.
What if you disguise as something else? Maybe we can get you in through some other means. Maybe you'll be able to sneak around their house and, who knows, find some other information. Maybe we can set up a diversion for you. And Borealis looks at Rin and knows we're very good at doing that.
Mm-hmm.
We're also good at doing that. If you were not us and you were someone else. Well,
you guys can think this over. The party, of course, is tomorrow. But you guys can think this over and see about what you want to do. But if you do decide to join us, we have to get you measured for the guard uniforms. don't worry. My little helpers will take care of anything. Or perhaps if you're looking for any other type of entrance or any disguise, and now would be the best time to go and find whatever you're trying to do. But, of course, I will leave that up to you. Rin says, I can shrink him.
Do not shrink me. I don't think I would like that.
Yes, I could always find a human disguise. Taurin will kind of mumble in the background.
Are there any trees in the estate of theirs that this event? Who is hosting it again?
House Alabaster and House Aaron. I'm not sure, but usually manors like these have inner courtyards. Maybe I will find a tree. Why are you trying to like climb on top of it, jump onto it? I tried that once. It did not go that.
Looks at Taurin.
Tree or two.
Oh wait, I'm going
Maybe
robot. Hang on. I'm going robot. I'm going robot. Hang on.
Oh no, he's robot.
Yeah,
Okay.
nobody.
A tree or two would be good for you.
Or maybe, you know, put make Ambrose a little bag of holding neckerchief or something, or sword.
It is the chief. Would be a good idea too.
Quite useful.
Yes.
This takes me back.
Oh god, this is very roboty.
Heist plan. Recovering information. Makes me feel 20 years younger.
I'm making cut off from it.
Nonsense, Ambrose. You're so young, you can learn. Just think about it in the long term. You might not be able to, cause them immediate harm, but through our actions, we'll cause the worst harm of them all. We'll get information on them and perhaps dethrone them, despoil them. You've been showing a lot of temperament later.
They are directly responsible for Kid's death. The only thing they deserve is execution.
This is getting quite intense. Definitely can't say that at the party.
Well, as I said, you have some time to think it over. I definitely want to ask for your help, but if you are that indisposed, maybe I can send Rin, or maybe I can fashion some sort of small automaton to search the area, but of course that would be a little bit complicated. And besides, the matter of time. But it is all up to you. And Rin says, look, if anything, maybe I could sneak around and see if I can find a secret entrance for you. She looks at Ambrose.
Would you be able to point us to where this house Alabaster is? We could do some scouting beforehand and report what we see. Perhaps we can find a way, onto the estate without us needing to be a part of your guard or party. There are quite many solutions to this situation that we find ourselves in, and maybe we could find one where we don't have to come face to face with any noble, really. Be it a saint or, head of the house.
That is very fair. Yes, of course, I can definitely point it out. Well, you may want to look for the house with the big towers, close to one of the factories around the upper city. I can draw you a map later if you want.
That would be lovely.
Yes. If that is the route that you're choosing, of course, I respect your decision. I am required to assist, of course. I will be there, and of course, my guard will be there.
Maybe just in case we can get fitted for those uniforms as the, a contingency of sorts.
Oh, of course. I can do that for you. Percy, would you mind calling some of my helpers, please? And Percy just kind of nods and just heads out of the room.
It's gonna work?
When was this party scheduled for?
Tomorrow evening.
And the day is still yet young.
Plenty of time to think things through, of course.
Who knows? Maybe we don't exactly have an address, but maybe we'll be flagged down by a robot on the street and get our own invitation.
You think so? You think that's true? We'd be so lucky?
Well,
No, not really, but it's a fun idea.
well, you are, after all, the heroes. It would only make sense for him to send invitations to you. And if not, then, well, your arrival may also be a pleasant surprise.
Oh yes, monks love.
With
Not monks.
yourselves?
Nobles love pleasant surprises.
I'm
Well,
Is that right,
sure
Lady Red?
I'm sure a certain state of pride was very happy about us being announced as the heroes.
While some of them don't really like surprises, I would think that more attention with the press would definitely be enjoyable for them. And of course, maybe that would bring more money into the event. But that would be all up to you. And at this moment, Percy comes back with a couple of little robots that have like the measuring tapes.
Well, are we going the uniform and back entry route, or are we gonna go as the heroes of the city?
I say let's just leave our options open. No need to necessarily commit to one idea for now.
And as you're saying that, the robots kind of approach. First of all, we're going to start with like Taurin, and you can hear them in like the little robotic voices asking you to lift your arms as they would start measuring you.
And she'll comply.
And Rin would say, "Go as heroes." So toss it in their faces.
But would they open up to us? I mean,
Well-
we need information.
I do like the simpler solution to these types of things. I'm sure maybe if we could walk down the streets of the High District and make our presence known. Perhaps, grease the palms or make a good impression on a noble or two on the street. We could easily score an invite. It is a charity, after all.
True.
That is true. And Taurin, as he finishes measuring you, he moves over to Rexmoa to, the same thing, to start measuring.
If we had disguised ourselves as House Trishul guards, if they found out who we were, it would be a very bad look for Borealis.
You're right.
Rin says, "Why not? Everyone wants to be friends with heroes. These are nobles. They would want everyone to know they're friends with the heroes."
And we just love making friends, right, Kipper? Yes.
Yes. Yes, Kipper says.
I don't think that'd be a response to us nobles specifically.
That's a good point.
Hey,
There's like side eye. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh. And as he's done with Rexmoa, the robots will move over to Ambrose.
Either way, I probably shouldn't attend a party in armor.
Oh,
Who knows?
don't worry about that. I can probably make some adjustments to your clothing so you don't feel unarmored.
Oh, is that Kipper?
Oh, Kipper says, I'm willing to dial up the charisma if need be.
I do
might
not
need-
trust you to do that.
Well,
Rin!
seemed to-
Gasp.
Oh, Rin says, oh, sorry, I missed that. Rin says, oh, you could go naked, but...
What am I
try to-
even doing right now?
I can try to teach you a thing or two about, moving like a leaf in the wind. Who knows? Maybe it'll be your preferred way to engage in combat, Ambrose. Broaden your horizons. Maybe you could teach me a thing or two about, pugilism and sweeping people off their feet.
Kipper
In the
will-
physical sense, not the metaphorical sense.
Kipper will give an evil smile and he says, trust.
Don't do that at the charity.
And as they're done
What's
with
sitting
you,
for free?
Ambrose, they will go over to Kipper to measure him as well.
I'll look at Rexmoa and say, what I do is taught to be my viewing. I'm fairly certain anyone could mimic it, but I'm not sure how effective it would be.
Yes, to truly
After all-
master techniques such as his. Hmm?
After all, I purposefully use my greatsword because of its reach. It helps me keep enemies at arm's length. Oh, further actually.
Well, I will definitely keep in mind the option for the guard outfits. But you can also go and do whatever scouting or whatever other ways of entry that you desire. As you said, there are many options. So you don't have to go with what I say. Rin says, Rin looks at Ambrose.
I think what's cool for me is you can milk them
What
and
the
get the
You
sheer.
can milk them?
Oh god.
I bet that we can hear you.
Oh, that's funny. Oh,
I can milk you.
That is hilarious. Oh, that was perfect timing, dude.
Wait a second, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Rin
That was...
looks at Ambrose critically. I can milk you.
No.
I can milk you.
Oh, that was some perfect timing. Damn. Oh my goodness. Okay, but Rin looks at Ambrose critically, then she nudges Borealis and goes,
Yeah,
I think
AI,
he's... What the...
the AI slot.
Oh my lord. Let
we
me
might just have to, like,
mute him.
mute.
Yeah, let me mute him. I'm muting him.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord, I'm muting him. Don't worry. I gotta mute it. It's fine.
Oh.
That was
Well,
so funny.
He said his headphones died, so maybe his phone was just like,
Yeah.
oh, I guess I'll just unmute you.
Maybe. Let me know if he at some point wants to be unmuted. Okay, so Rin says, I think he's taller than Echoes. Huh. Surely you, though. And she goes, oh, well, yeah, I'm pretty tall, but unfortunately, I'm not as strong. So all this height, it's kind of for show.
I'm calm.
Don't say that. I would have start laughing again.
Oh my lord.
I'm calm though. I'm good. I got my giggles out.
That was fun.
Just about all I have is my strength. I guess I do have Vithis' blessing running through my veins as well.
Of course. Of course. And once the robots are done, they all leave and they just kind of like tell something to Percy in like a little bit of a, robotic kind of, data kind of way. And Percy nods at them, just kind of sends them away. And he looks at Borealis and the party and he says, your outfits will be worked on for whoever wants them. Still, we will keep a spare in the premises should you need one.
Get a fancy dress. Get all dolled up. Go into a party. That's out of character, by the way. It's not in character.
Yes. So, on the off chance that we do get a formal invitation as well, is there anywhere we could acquire more formal clothes?
Oh, of course. I know a tailor down the road that it's very good at making very formal outfits. They are a little bit on the expensive side, though, but I'm pretty sure I could help you with that.
Oh, thank
Good,
goodness.
because I don't have more than 5 gold to my name currently.
This robe, it gives me money. It's very
Yeah, it
useful.
has been lucky the last time you used it.
And as you mentioned the robe, Borealis just kind of looks at it and she goes, I had one of those. It was quite chaotic. I did not get a lot of money from them.
Oh, really? This thing only gives me money.
It gave me
You should try it right now.
it gave me dogs. A lot.
Oh
of
yeah,
dogs.
that happened to me too. Funny enough, one of my dog's names is Rupert.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
I like them much more than I like the Saint, by a far margin.
I have to give mine away. There were a lot of them. And, I unfortunately cannot keep them in the house without them eating my curtains and destroying my robots. But they're in a good home, I made sure of it.
Wait. I just did some deep thinking. No, sorry. I was like, wait a minute.
Wait a
It's not
Oh.
the same robe, is it?
It
Oh,
100% is the same.
No!
Borealis.
Mm-hmm.
It goes without saying, the situation changed a bit with us having to pass to the city. So, I wanted to ask for permission to visit my father's grave.
Oh, yes, of course. I would never deny such a request. You're more than welcome to do that. Please, by all means.
Thank you. I just know that there are sure to be eyes on us, and I didn't want to bring unneeded attention to you.
Oh, don't worry, it's all good. I understand the dangers, but I am also have my own countermeasures in this house. Like I said, this room is 100% secure, and we check regularly, so we know that there is nothing that will be spying on us.
Thank you for reassuring me. I realize that my connection to my father is not something you're very privy to, still being acquaintances with us, but
Oh,
I didn't want to cause unneeded stress.
oh no, don't you worry. I totally understand. And don't think about this as any sort of distress or burden. I'm more than happy that you chose me as your father's final resting place. And I am honored, as a matter of fact, to have the tomb of somebody whose son is a great person. And I am sure that my family was also alive, they would 100% agree with me.
I will sigh and smile in response and say, thank you very much. It's all thanks to my father that I was able to meet my friends here, and thanks to them that I was able to meet you, Henry.
Well, again, I am honored that you chose this place. And once conversations kind of switch around, Borealis just turns over and she looks back at the book and she says, "Oh, right, yes, I've been meaning to talk to you about the stones and the titans and all of that. I know you also had some questions about it, and I have found some interesting information in this book." What is your main concern?
It really goes back to whether or not the shards should be brought together.
Well, that is specifically not disclosed in the book. However, it does mention the fact that once the shards are together, Crenia is going to try to return this piece of itself back to its own form, its own, I don't know, its own heart. The Titan stones are, of course, much more powerful than we really think of. And maybe whatever powers you've gotten from them, that may just be even the tip of the iceberg. But I am not entirely sure how much power the Titans are really willing to give. As the book describes it, this could very well be world-changing.
I just don't really get why Theodric would say that we need to reunite the stones if they would have such terrible consequence. We would have known nothing about anything of any of this. We would have never been here with you if Theodric hadn't told us about the stones. I mean, that's part of the reason we even went to Port Strail. That and Perrin.
Well, I certainly don't know this Theodric fellow, but I can tell you that from the book I read, once you have obtained the power of the stone, it's a link between you and the Titan. And I'm sure from what you've told me that you've already felt the presence and this communication between you, and of course you've even seen parts of the realms, things that mortal people like us will probably never even be able to see. Of course, this is a stronger link than just power. If the Titan allows you to, you may even be able to command it. Which is something scary to think about. What if a stone falls in the wrong hands and the Titan just allows them to be commanded? Who knows? After all, it's... I don't know how much of it is true or not. At this point, I'm really doubting if any of it is false, really, with what you've told me, but then again, I've never seen anything like that happen, so... you understand my conundrum, right?
Yes. Honestly, what even is the stone? Is it just a piece of the Titan? And what is it, if it is a piece of them? Is it part of their body, a piece of their heart? Maybe even their soul?
And as you're saying this, she nods and just kind of opens the book again, just kind of flips over some of the pages. You can see, like I said, she's being very careful because the book looks incredibly old. And like, it looks like you could break the pages super easily. And once she flips over to the page where she wants, she turns the book around to show all of you. And what you see is the 4 stones separate, and then in the center of the page, in each corner of the page, there's one of each stone. And in the center of the page, the 4 stones are together, resembling a kind of like a jagged shape. It doesn't really have like a proper form, but in text underneath this full shape, it says the heart of Crenia.
So,
Not really much to
does that
go
mean...
on.
Would that mean each of the Titans are just one portion of Crenia? Are the Titans not individuals?
Well, that is where it gets complicated. You see, the Titans are their own selves, but they were born from the shard of, well, a piece of Crenia's heart. That piece is, of course, the stone that you carry, and that is where the power of each Titan is shared. While, of course, they are individuals on their own, the stones themselves are something greater. And, well, if joined together as you see in this very ancient diagram, may reform what seems to be the heart of Crenia. I honestly don't understand what that means, but it definitely seems like, I don't know if it's important, if it's not important. It's hard to tell, really. The book has a lot of information, some of it conflicting, some of it it's downright unbelievable. But again, I am at this point where I don't know what's real and what's not.
Then, what? I'm not sure if I understand something then. I'm not sure if all of you recall, but back when we had went through the monastery dedicated to Crenia, after we had left there, Theodric told us a story. It was about, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing this because I don't recall exactly because I wasn't actually there. It's the protector of Crenia, her name. How do you pronounce it? Eawyn?
Oh, Awaken.
Awaken?
Mm-hmm.
In the tale, it was about Awaken, the protector of Crenia. Her fate bound to her. What role does she play? If the point of her existence is to protect the heart of Crenia.
Well, and she flips over the page after, like, she grabs the book again and she flips over the page after you mentioned this. And, she flips over into another page where you see another drawing, of a woman in what seems to be a tomb. She is laying there peacefully. And in one corner that is almost like torn by like weathering on the book, she kind of like unbends a little corner that's kind of broken down, and you would see that with almost like rubbed off ink, it would say Eowyn. Something else to notice is that the tomb that she's on doesn't look like a coffin. So like the lady's not placed into like a coffin, but she's peacefully resting in what looks to be a statue, or at least that's what is depicted. Like it is a statue what's depicted.
He's resting in a statue?
No, like the statue is the lady resting. That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
It's like I don't know if you've seen like the kind of burial like statue kind of deals. Yeah, it's basically that. Yeah.
Idea.
And as I said, like that page is also very weathered to the point where some of the corners have like completely like been like eaten off by time, and some of the ink is already like rubbed off and stuff like that, but it is there. And she goes, well, it seems that the protector of Crenia is also gone.
I'm still not sure I understand the point of it. From the tale, It was mentioned that they'd have to contend with the maiden first.
I really don't know. I feel like there's a lot that we still don't understand. And
In that case, why does Theodric know all this? And why no one else?
He definitely seems to be older and more knowledgeable than he would ever let on.
Very in the know, for sure.
I wouldn't know. I
Gee.
wish I could be of more help.
No, you are doing what you can. I think the choice we have ahead of us is one that's beyond something one man can choose. And I'm worried we may make the wrong decision.
Well, if it's some sort of consolation, there's not only one of you choosing.
I suppose that's right. Is there anything about trying to make the Titans go back to sleep?
And she grabs the book and starts flipping over the pages again, being very careful, because as I said, some pages are like completely weathered down, some others are like, it's age damage on the book. And she goes, nothing necessarily that specific. However, it does mention, as I said, that eventually the stone bearers will be able to command the Titans if they allow it. Rin has been quiet, but she would speak now. And she says, if someone can control them, couldn't they tell them to sleep? Borealis kind of nods at that and goes, I'm assuming it's gotta be alluding to that, right?
Yeah, stop
Under a
this
family
cycle
home.
from.
Go ahead,
Stop
I'm
the
sorry.
cycle
I was
from-
speaking a lot.
Yeah, stop this cycle from perpetuating itself and allowing this world to, well, live on.
Interesting. Perhaps there's a lot more that this Theodric friend of yours is hiding, but I would want to be careful. If he's so cryptic as he lets you believe, then you should probably approach it in a more subtle way. I believe threats
so.
and, violence would not give you anything.
Trust me, I don't think it's even possible to threaten that man.
Oh, well. And she closes the book gently and just puts it on her bookcase once more, like one of the spaces that are open now because she has a lot of books around. And she goes, well, that is something to think about. I don't want to give you any false hope or information, but that is what this book says. And, well, we don't have a lot more to go with.
The end of this.
We appreciate you looking into it. It's difficult for us to find information about it when we're so busy dealing with other things.
I understand. And of course, you're always welcome. And yes, I think that if you manage to get the other stones, I think things will become more clear. And, or who knows, maybe you can, talk to the Titans. If that's how it works.
How to talk to.
I have not spoken to Vithius once since I became her paladin. I'm oath sworn, but all I can feel are her emotions.
I did get to speak to Oris in your guest bedroom, actually.
Oh, wow.
He wasn't all too revealing.
Oh, did my helpers tidy the place up enough? I didn't know we were gonna have a Titan, in my guest bedroom. I would have offered at probably the main bedroom.
Oh, it's quite all right. Oris doesn't really mind. Well, he exists in a realm of sky and void. It's actually quite nice.
Oh. Yes, of course. Silly me, I should have known that. As I said, I usually know a lot of things. I read a lot. I tend to get a lot of information about what is going on. But this is a topic that interests me because of the reality of how little we know about it. And I am interested because now I can see that there are people who can give more information about it. So whatever you can obtain will be of great help of everything, really. If what happened to the Inventor's Fail was also the work of the Titans and all the earthquakes and, well, everything that's going wrong in this world, maybe we should talk to them a little. Or, who knows? Maybe Theodric is right. I don't know. I wish to know. That much, I do.
You and me both, Lady Borealis. You and me both.
What it's worth, I don't think that Theodric is against us. I think there's likely a reason for him being so cryptic. Maybe Theo is a bit more important than he's letting on. And maybe what we're doing is some kind of trial.
Maybe. Maybe I'll try and investigate a little bit more.
Considering all he knows, maybe he has to follow a set of rules, and he can't just outright tell us.
That could be. That is quite a concept. She nods and goes, I'm sorry, I'm keeping you here too long. This is a very philosophical topic, and I definitely would like for you to talk to me about this for long, but I know that there's also things on the table, and the more time we lose, the more time we are, in danger. Rin sighs and then shrugs. She goes, well, you're gonna keep it. How much I'm gonna make sure.
Well, I suppose we should get going then.
Yes, thank you for your time and knowledge and assistance, Lady Borealis, and you as well, Lady Rin.
Of course,
Sure,
and
you will hear from us before the charity.
yes, and if at any point you're still interested in the outfits, as Percy informed you, we're going to have a spare of each here in the manor, if you desire. If not, of course, you're welcome to do whatever you like. Please don't get killed.
We'll give you a call.
Oh yes,
They
please.
should like twirl toward their ear.
Oh yeah, not getting killed, not getting into trouble, not making trouble. That's us.
We'll do our best.
Try not to punch a saint if I see one.
I appreciate
That'd be preferred.
that. Oh, and Rin looks over at Rexmoa and she says, "Oh yeah, and don't forget about you know what."
Oh, of course. I would never forget about you know what. And don't forget to have that conversation with Lady Borealis about consent.
Yeah, and so Lady Borealis would obviously dismiss all of you as she stays in her study. You can see like she's very thoughtful and like very much lost in those like conversations that you guys had at this moment. She glances at the book again, kind of like wondering what is truly going on. You know, she is lost. For a person who has this much knowledge, not knowing is kind of shocking. And obviously, Percy would escort you outside of the room, and he would take you up until like the same threshold where he would start talking again about like, you know, how the rules of the manor and just some random like things to appear as though he is being the servant that he is quote unquote supposed to be. Until he leaves you at the main hall of the manor. And with that, we're gonna end the session right there. Because we are a little bit over our time. Since we couldn't start
Session
earlier.
end.
Yes, sir,
Alright.
yes, sir, yes, sir. So, we're gonna say goodbye to the people watching on YouTube. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, VOD
Bye-bye.
Squad. The next one's gonna be exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Action packed, I believe.